the second half. Jack Fox kicks. Austin Travel lets it go. And a moment ago, Melissa spoke to Dan Campbell.
Dan, 2 quarters left to get this city its first playoff win in 32 years. What was your message at halftime?
Yeah, look, just defense. We're playing the run well. All right, no more explosive touchdowns. All right, you may give up a couple of plays. That's a good offense over there. We knew that, but no more explosive touchdowns. We need a takeaway desperately. Hell, they haven't even punted yet, so we got to get us to stop. All right, and then that'll change the tide here a little bit. Offensively, we're kicking ass. One play, though. One play, and that's Aaron Donald. He's the guy we got to take care of. He blew the whole thing up, and then we make a mistake, and there you go.
Dan, thanks.
All right,
He's amazing. Stafford from the 25 throws complete. DeMarcus Robinson with a grab for 14 yards to the 39-yard line. You just laugh when Dan Campbell answers the question. There's like no gray area. He has never seen gray in his life other than a little bit in his beard there.
And you know the amazing thing about it, what was the story that came out of our training camp visit at the beginning of the year?
Oh, from his wife?
That he's a perfectionist making brownies.
Yes.
And if the brownies come out wrong, he throws the whole thing away and starts all over. You can see it.
We're going to start this again. A new batch, some new eggs. Let's get a dozen. Here we go. The 39, Stafford, who's been sensational here tonight in his return to Detroit. Hutchinson flushes him. Stafford throws on the Cooper Cup, was wide open, but it's incomplete. Had a big one there.
Well, Aiden Hutchinson may have just saved the day here with this pressure and flushing out Matthew Stafford, because Cooper Cup was standing all by himself down the field. This should have been a 50-yard play. There was nobody there and just sailed it.
Teddy Bridgewater, the backup quarterback. 2 gloves, nice catch. 2nd and 10. Big miss there, but the pressure forced it. Back up top, pulls it down. Hutchinson has him as he was trying to escape. He's going to set up 3rd and long.
And Mike, Stafford has been perfect in the first half against zone defenses. And so you say, why don't the Lions try and play a little man-to-man? Well, each of their cornerbacks have given up long touchdown plays, so there's this balance. Really what the Rams need more than anything else is to start taking advantage of being able to run the football. They're constantly in these 3rd and long situations.
Officially a sack for Hutchinson. He's got 2. 3rd and 11. Trying to adjust to the pressure that was coming, trying to get Kyron Williams in there, and they take a timeout. What could be very important time management second half. What you're feeling here as you look into the second half? Take each side.
First of all, Jared Goff was remarkable. When you start to think about the amount of pressure on that young man, they're chanting his name before the game even starts. Everybody in Detroit not only wants to win, but they want to see Jared Goff with his moment. And what better way to do it than against Matthew Stafford out here? And yet Matthew Stafford is like a fighter who's been knocked down twice already, keeps getting up off the mat and throwing haymakers. So this has really become a heck of a match out here.
It's exactly what you hope for with the matchup, and we're getting it. And it's for a spot in the final 8. 3rd and 11, the Lions do bring the pressure. Stafford back foot, puts it up top, undercut Robinson. Incomplete, the Rams want a flag. None comes as they, I presume, say they were playing the ball, going for it. So it is 4th down, and a punt is forced. McVay can't believe it.
There was a big collision, but the argument is exactly what you said, that Kirby Joseph was jumping up to make an interception, which he is allowed to do. So if the contact was considered from Joseph, I think that would have been fine, and the reason for the no call.
The rookie 7th-round punter, Ethan Evans. Donovan Peoples-Jones awaits. Good pressure by the Lions. This guy's got a huge leg, and he kicks it all the way to the back of the end zone for a touchback. 62 yards, but his net 42.
One time they didn't block Aaron Donald, and he said, we just have to handle him. We may get 4 hands on him. We may get 6 hands on him, but we can't let him wreck the game for us.
Second and 6. Fake to Montgomery, and Goff throws in. Almost looked like Reynolds wasn't ready for that ball. His head got around late, and Reynolds, who's had a good game, with an incompletion there, it sets up third down.
Yeah, and these little crossing routes, you could see that Reynolds really should have slowed down right there, because on the outside was Kobe Durant, and if he just settles in the hole right there, that's an easy first down. So that's the first real miscommunication we've seen, and I mean, you can't blame anything on Josh Reynolds. He's been unbelievable.
5 catches, most for any Lion. 3rd and 6. Pressure comes. Up and around. St. Brown stays in bounds and goes down around the 45-yard line. So their big receiver comes up with a 30-yarder on third down.
Kello Weatherspoon out here is the guy, when he's in bump and run, if you're going to beat him, you beat him off the line of scrimmage. You saw the move by St. Brown there and made an easy throw down the field for Goff. Watch how quick he is getting off this line of scrimmage and creating that kind of easy separation for Goff.
2nd in receptions, 3rd in yards this year. First down toss, Jahmyr Gibbs. That is strung out well by the Rams. Gibbs stays in bounds long enough to gain about a yard in that one. It's an interesting part of the game, because Dan Campbell told Melissa, you mentioned the Aaron Donald. The other thing he says, they didn't punt. Well, they just punted, right? And so now if you do get them, then you get a 2-score lead, and that changes a little bit of the tone against your defense.
He probably at halftime said, now, boys, we should do a little bit better job on defense, don't you think? Do you think he could have talked to him like that?
Yeah, maybe a little bit different, right? 180, former player really connects with his players. 2nd and 9 for Goff. St. Brown in the middle of the field. Goes down to the 30-yard line. With St. Brown getting cooking here in this second half.
They're creating space over here and trying to isolate the outside linebacker, Michael Hoyt, in space. And if you think a cornerback can slow down St. Brown, you can forget about it with Michael Hoyt out there. No offense, but a guy that size trying to go one-on-one against one of the best receivers in the game, impossible. So just spread them out, create space, let St. Brown go to work.
Lions bringing 2 tight ends and run with Gibbs. Tries to get around the edge, and the Rams are quick to get to the edge on Gibbs in this second half as Christian Roseboom strung it out and brought him down for a loss on first down.
Yeah, the other guy that has really been doing a job out there, Roseboom, Ernest Jones inside. They've got Quentin Lakes. We have not seen either team, Mike, really be able to get to the outside, and that's one of the trademarks of the Rams offense, those jet sweeps. I don't even think they've run one yet, because they're playing very wide on the end outside, so they've really limited that part of the Rams offense too.
Big loss of 5. Jones pressure, got by the back and got to Goff with the sack. So David Montgomery could not get the pickup, and you talked about it set up in the first half, Chris. Ernest Jones bringing pressure from the linebacker spot, forces a big loss.
Yeah, and here's what happens. You try and protect and you try and do everything to slow down Donald. And this guy right there, if he gets on a back, you have a complete headache. Watch him split out wide, create that one-on-one for Ernest Jones against the back. That is no accident. That is a scheme that they worked to perfection to help them win the Super Bowl, and it worked again there.
Have to get inside the 20 for the first down. Rams rush 3. Goff just gets it out to the sideline. A long way for Laporta to go. He's got about 5.
That was a big 5, though.
Yeah, let's see. The field goal from here would be 54 yards, and they are going to try it with Michael Badgley. We're right at the edge of Badgley's range here. Riley Patterson was the kicker for most of the year for the Lions. Badgley was on the practice squad, kept kicking, put the pressure on, but you see, over 50 has not been good. And this is 54. Badgley got it. Start this drive at the 25-yard line, Chris.
There's no doubt about it. The story of this game in the first half is that these two cornerbacks have been consistently being beaten down the field. It has been Kendall Vildor and Cameron Sutton. Each have given up long touchdowns in that first half. And so Dan Campbell said, guys, just keep it in front of you. There's Vildor one more time. And for the Lions defensively, if they can just keep the ball in front of them, they probably would have had a big lead here.
Big opening for Kyron Williams, closes quickly. C.J. Gardner-Johnson came down with authority to knock Williams after that gain of 5 to the 30-yard line. Williams took the worst of that, coming over to the sideline.
And the Rams have to reestablish their run. They really do. 7 rushes, only 22 yards. Kyron Williams has been averaging 5 yards a carry, and this recommitted Lions defense now has been doing a job and making the Rams throw more than they want.
They're going to check Williams. That was a big hit. Gardner-Johnson's done that a lot. Did it to Isaiah Pacheco in the Super Bowl. From the 30. Play past Stafford. They get it to Ronnie Rivers, who's got good blocking. Rivers out to the edge to the 46-yard line. And Jack Campbell reels him in. But a nice gain for the backup back. 17.
You know, I just can't get over the fact that we have not seen any of the jet sweeps up. And I think you'll see when you look out there that they're playing very wide with Matthew Stafford. A little Magic Johnson no-looker there on that one.
It's his second one tonight. He is feeling it. As they check on Williams, Rivers remains in. His longest reception of the season. 47, Lions bring the pressure. And Stafford underneath the crusher is Nacua. They try very hard to bring him down. He gets 9 as Kirby Joseph finally gets him to the ground.
And that's their money play right there. It is just a matter of getting that big body and all those crossers on the outside. And you could see just how strong the hands are of Puka Nacua. I mean, he just snatches the ball out of the air. Now a big play opportunity again, second down and short, confident that you're going to go for it even on fourth down. Another opportunity to go one-on-one with these corners if you want it.
Turn in hand to Rivers, is going to get the first down, runs over Cameron Sutton as he gets it to the 37-yard line. So we're talking about Puka Nacua, Pokemon cards as a kid, or maybe your kids did. Well, Puka's been the man this year after a good high school career in Utah. Starts at Washington, ends up at BYU, picked in the 5th round. They loved his toughness. Just felt that, forget the testing numbers, this guy looks good playing football. He's going to come in and do that, and the numbers show it. 4th in the league in receiving yards, and he broke a 63-year NFL record for most reception yards by a rookie. Royce Freeman is now the running back. Flip out to Cooper Kupp, the man who won the Triple Crown in receiving, with the grab thrown out of bounds at the 34.
And I tell you, we talked about Puka Nacua, and we talked to him, and we said, how did you get so tough? Because he's that tough blocking as a receiver, the whole thing. He said, because I was the second youngest of 5 kids, and I was always at the bottom of the dog pile. They would throw me on mom and dad's bed and all jump on top of me, and I'm screaming at them to get off, but you had to learn to fight your way off the bottom of the dog pile.
And at 6'2", 205, he's been putting people down at the bottom of the pile with his blocking this year. Campbell's pressure's picked up. Stafford slinging it in the middle, missed tackle. Allen on the run, down to about the 11-yard line. So Davis Allen, the rookie out of Clemson, hits for the 2nd time tonight.
Davis Allen doing a largest route here on the outside, little weave to the outside and then back in, and perfectly timed by Matthew Stafford. You just have to wonder how much time on task does he have with Davis Allen, and yet that was just perfectly done. The Lions do have one stand when they were down in the red zone. They need another.
1st and 10. Rams trying to tie the game. Stafford out of the pocket, not much there, and he'll throw it away as he gets to the sideline. And flag is thrown late. I don't know if a lineman was downfield. Let's see what that flag is. Didn't look that way. Line of scrimmage was the 11. And the alternate official staying next to Dan Campbell, listening into the conversation.
There's no foul on the play for illegally downfield on the pass. The linemen were all legal. Second down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
With you.
Well, now that's 4 straight incompletions down here, right?
Right. 3
at
in
the other end.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Yep. On the game's opening drive, Kyren Williams buckling up that chin strap, been checked out. See if he gets back in. Ronnie Rivers remains the back. There's the motion and the give to Nakua. Stretched out. Hutchinson started it. Finished off by the corner, Vildor.
That was a great play that time by Vildor. He could have been trapped down in here, but he escaped and went out and set the edge and turned this thing back in to his teammates. Tremendous play there.
Loss of 2 sets up 3rd and 12 for a first down, 13 for a touchdown. Kyren Williams back in.
Been so much time with Cooper Kupp in practice, working these red zone drills.
Stafford, pressured, throws underneath. Kupp's got it, but he's tackled inside the 10 by Brian Branch. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Rams will bring out the field goal unit.
The difference in the game. That's all it is. Brian Branch, we haven't even talked about him tonight. What a
Stafford's hurting a little bit. Sorry, bub.
No, it's way more important than anything I was saying.
Yeah, Stafford, watch him here as he gets crushed by Hutchinson. Exposed shot, and then McNeil finishing. Stafford, as he did for about 12 years in his Lions career, left looking up at the ceiling here at Ford Field. And so Melissa will be all over that. We're watching Stafford during this break as he is brought over by the athletic training staff. And Reggie Scott, their head athletic trainer. Field goal attempt off the left hash, which is where Maher prefers, from 27. Sneaks that to the right side. But good for 3. 24-20. Sean McVay's got points, but he's got problems. Also, Chris took a big hit with his helmet on the turf.
Well, Hutchinson here is going to get the first shot, then McNeil. But watch this pose here. I mean, it looks like, I don't know, you can't speculate, right? But his head hit the turf hard there. I didn't like the look I saw afterwards.
The UNC, the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant, is in there looking at Stafford at the moment, as well as the athletic training staff, we're told. As Amon-Ra St. Brown with the catch to the 35-yard line, a gain of 10 and a first down. That's Carson Wentz, who would be the backup quarterback who would come in the game if Stafford cannot play. He's played one playoff game, which he had to leave in 2019 when he was injured by Jadeveon Clowney. So Wentz, who played last week against San Francisco, signed later in the season by the Rams, preparing in case. Lions leading by 4. Gibbs inside run with Aaron Donald and Bobby Brown on the stop.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. And what kind of night has Aaron Donald had? He's had a lot of company around him tonight. And they've tried some stunts and loops and couldn't get there. And so then they a little double team and can't get home from there. And there's always at least 2, if not 3, on Aaron Donald, and with good reason. That was the playmaker. They were not going to lose the game to here tonight.
Hey, kill!
They caught the blitz, and now Goff has it.
And they're going to run it. The adjustment here to Gibbs for 2. Byron Young inside. Rams defense has been better against the run. 3rd down coming up. Melissa Stark tells us that Puka Nacua, the wide receiver for the Rams, is also in the tent being looked at, but Matthew Stafford is out of the tent. So the exchange there. Stafford is out. He's going to try to throw there on the sideline.
He's the new Pittsburgh Steelers.
Cannot. cannot knock that guy down.
Can't.
Not in this game, not in the playoffs, not in this building. Seen it too often. Craig Reynolds, the back, trying to pick up the pressure. Goff stumbles and will stay down. It'll be a loss of a yard as Goff was trying to escape, but got tripped up. It'll be 4th down, and the Rams coaching staff on the sideline is waving their hands to say, hey, just be prepared in case there's some sort of a fake coming.
Yeah, and here comes that pressure again. Ernest Jones, one-on-one with the back, made him step up and tripped himself on his own offensive lineman.
The Lions have left the offense out there on 4th and 7 at their own 38-yard line.
Come on.
Well, the quarter's ending, so maybe that's it. But with Dan Campbell, you never know.
No.
And that'll get you to come back for the 4th quarter. Both teams had field goals in the 3rd. We go to the 4th.